And I think we're live. Hello everybody, Mr. Moo here in the cockpit, here in Elite Dangerous, here in Arakoya 2. Here in the Arakoya system. And yes, I'm in the SRV as certain people already noticed. So yeah, just kind of poking around. It's been way too long since I've been back in the seat, been way too long since I've been casting, had a couple of days off there, bunch of eye stuff. Long story. Previous casts mentions it. Right. Let's get back to what we're doing. Nightbot, don't make me shut you down. Anyway. Shoutouts. Yes, shoutouts to Nerfed Gamer I Am, because last time I botched the name. Entice, thank you so much for following. Yestostrat, thank you as well for the follow. And Mushroom Master 444. Welcome to the show, everybody. Hope you enjoy what you see. So yeah, we were, I was trying to do some pre-game stuff. Hardcore, thank you so much for the host. I was trying to be smart and do, I've been riding around in the SRV for an hour prior to the show, trying to pick up some technetium. Unfortunately, that doesn't seem to be the case. So we may have to go with Plan B. Yes, to Strat, you know Battletech inside and out. It's neat to have the lore commentary along with the gameplay. Yeah, I am a huge Battletech fan. Ever since I was small. And yeah, once the, like I was saying, I'm going to be doing more Battletech videos once they bring the game back. The beta got pulled from Steam because they are, well, the beta period has ended. So now it's just a waiting game to see when the main game comes down the pike, and then it's, well, flank speed ahead. Hoping everybody is having a good day. Yes, it's Wednesday, a little different, but I couldn't wait anymore. Hardcore 07 to you as well, Commander. Hope everybody's having a good day, good week. Don't mind me, just rumble bumping along here. You can't usually mine defense turrets for materials. Hardcore packhounds, yes, they are a power play weapon. Automated mining extractor, sentry skimmer. Tempting, but I'm not going to get anything out of these. Unfortunately, I mean, nothing I need. So, technetium. Apparently, very, very rare. Which, you know, I knew already, but this is the strongest source for technetium from, you know, where I need to be. Apparently not strong enough. Rumbles. Hopefully the audio is coming through okay. Did some... Yeah, 1,000 credits each, but then I got to deal with that anti-ship turret, and just don't want to... I don't want to deal with it. Hopefully audio is coming through alright. Had to... I was poking around with the system settings. And also put in a new microphone cable, which actually, you know, merged all of the cables. Because the XLR cable on a Blue Yeti Pro is kind of weird. Hardcore, I was hoping they weren't power play. I want to build an Etano Circus. That's true. Anti-ship stuff doesn't shoot at SRVs, but I like to be thorough. But in all seriousness, those automated mining extractors don't gain me anything. They're all going to be, you know, stuff that's like refined chunks of whatever. And I'm not looking for that. Blast rock, we'll see if we get any technetium. Nope. Manganese, zirconium, and nickel. Do I need nickel? I could use a little bit of nickel. Hardcore voice audio sounds great. Game volume is just a tad quiet. All right. Let's see what we can do about fixing that. Bring it up a little bit. And then again, that could also just be because the SRV is, you know, SRV. Alright, I'm not going to spend all day hunting around with rocks. Kinda wish the material trader was here right now, but since that's not a thing... Find a place to land the ship. Yeah, zirconium is good for premium multi-cannon refills. So, also, another little thing I've been playing around with on stream, well, in the background. Face cam, yes or no? I mean, we've had Hank cam. Ready for Moo cam? I'm not sure we are. Fox, those are some of the hardest blackouts I've seen in game. Well, you know, if you're gonna go crazy on the driving, may as well go all out. Besides, this terrain is garbage. I just kept bouncing from hilltop to hilltop.
I'm here.
Thank you, Alex. Always nice to hear a familiar voice. And he even managed not to crash the ship. Set 1-2.
Divert power to shields.
Shut down. Turn you off. There we go. Gear up.
Landing gear up.
Well, I take it back, Alex. You did manage to ding the hole a little bit. No bueno. No bueno. Alright, let's find this other stuff.
Shields online.
Hardcore had something unexpected happen last night. I was in my condo, got my ass handed to me in a high-res Thedidic. Broken canopy, all that routine stuff. Huh. Not something you usually hear. Thedidic is usually a pretty tame place. You know, with a few qualifiers added to that. So I hightail it to Glidden. Bought an auto field maintenance system to repair. As I'm sitting outside the station perimeter, uh-oh. I don't know what's happening next, but I'm sensing an uh-oh is appropriate. I look up and there's a commander and a python just sitting right in front of me asking if I'm okay. Hi! Ah! Suddenly, python. Well, that's better than what happened with poor Athador the other day on a rescue. It looked like as the rescue ships were dropping down out of Super Cruise, there was some glitch. The Super Cruise entry, or Super Cruise exit, hung up a little bit. And then, the client ended up with a, suddenly, Conda. I don't think it was Athador's Conda that hit him, but... oh, bad deal. I'm not saying it's his fault or the fuel rat's fault. Those guys are tip-top when it comes to professionalism and piloting. Caught you totally by surprise. Gotta say you were touched. Yeah? Yeah, there's good people around there yet. A little bit of bias, especially around the Narvert system. Air Trigger, 07 Commander. Just been waiting there for like a solid 20 minutes until I turned away from my right side panel to keep an eye on my air once I started repairing. Oh. Neat. Set 2-1.
Diverting power to requested system.
We're coming in hot here. Again. Nope, not even gravity braking was saving that one. Once I got past the gas giant, things just kind of got a little too high speed. Albategnius Dock.
Delacey, Kilo, Yankee, Lima. Please note this station is under Imperial sovereignty. All regulations must be observed during docking procedures. Access is now granted. Please proceed.
Vox, on my trip to Obsidian, I passed a few other commanders in the mail slot while I was in the T9. They pretty much all slid to the side to let me through. Yeah, T9s are... you can't change direction in them very fast, so once you pick a direction vector, they're kind of committed to it.
Approach is good, Commander. Stay on this heading.
Scan detected.
You down?
Landing gear deployed.
Ah, a little bum. Orion, wait, this game has online? I know, right? And hello. Okay, let's get the final piece of the puzzle put in here, and while we aren't going to be able to go with rapid fire, we are going to be able to play around with the efficient. So I got one vote. One vote for a Moocam. None against. Anybody else got any comments they want to put down? We've had the Hank Cam. Ready for a Moocam. That sounds really dirty. Ugh. Anyway. Moving swiftly along to the huge hardpoint. No, that doesn't sound any better. Son of a... And they've only got gimbals here. That's unfortunate. Oh, they got burst.
Shields offline.
Well, there have been a few. I mean, see here. Let's turn off the big gun here.
Shields online.
There it is. Well, one, I'm from Iowa, so it kinda, originally anyway. So, yeah, a little bit. Also, as I mentioned, Moo is a, I want to say coefficient of friction? So, you know, less friction, all good. Oh. Also, there was a comic, a little webcomic, ages ago. Valkyries, Thor, Odin. We're being raided. Are we being raided? We are being raided. Athador, welcome to the stream. Hello, raiders. Gear up.
Gear coming up.
Welcome to the show. Slacker Dan, hello there. 07 Athador. How'd your stream go? How'd, you hit 100 yet? You get the rescues? Tanky 712, hello there. Welcome everybody.
Scan detected.
You got a C note? Excellent. Glad to hear it. Be at 105 once you finish this paperwork. I'm just bad luck. I watch nothing happens. I'm off doing my own thing, and suddenly you're getting rescues left, right, and center. Brew's Legacy. Yep, we're gonna go visit the Brewmaster.
Fuel statement complete.
I was hoping to go with rapid fire lasers. Yeah, feast or famine. There you go. About like my quest for technetium. I'm sure he fudges his jumps. So no, I'd been hoping to get rapid fire pulse lasers and just equip my Ferdy with all of those in my continuing quest for the getting of good. But no technetium, so I'm gonna have to settle for, quote unquote, settle for high-grade efficient lasers. And really, there's no reason to not take efficient lasers. They are literally better at everything.
Plot twist!
Sensors indicate being followed by ABN Trooper, or Abin Trooper. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Moo Crew. Hope you enjoy your stay. The only thing that matters is Fuel Plus. Yes. A literal rat race. You're not inaccurate. Oh yes, there's puns. Puns abound.
Twist!
Ancient Night Wolf, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the show. Too bad everybody missed the extreme excitement of me cruising around a planetary surface, busting open rocks and going, "Why aren't any of you good?" But that was just a little too extreme for this, so, you know, we're gonna outfit for lasers and go back and continue on the quest to work with fixed weapons. But first, we gotta go see a guy named Brew who wanted 50 tons of tea. I think he's got a bit of an addiction. Tanky shudders at the mention of mining. Mining, I don't mind. Mining, once they got the collector limpets in, mining turned into something like fishing. That's, you know, just sit back, relax, throw out the lure. Surface prospecting? No. No, 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 no.
Clearance granted. Proceed to landing pad 08.
Copy 08. Gear down.
Gear down.
Slacker Dan, new to Elite, heard about the fuel rats recently. Good on y'all. Oh, absolutely. They do the work of the saints. And welcome to the game as well. We're all weird in some way, Vox. You like driving an SRV. I actually like mining from time to time.
Operation complete. Commence system shutdown. Welcome, Commander. Plot twist!
Tanky 712, thank you so much for the follow. Enjoy your stay. You hang around with Athador, so should do pretty fine around here too. Slacker Dan, do a lot of pilots run out of fuel during a typical day? Do you get a lot of requests for help? Personally, I don't. I'm not a rat. I haven't gone through the training. I haven't gone through the qualifications. I'm not a fuel rat. But I've seen them at work, like on Athador's stream, and they get a lot of requests. There's a lot of commanders out there, and well, mistakes happen. It's just kind of luck of the draw, or bad luck of the draw, as it may be. I've got one rapid fire I could throw in here. I could throw it on the burst laser. But there's jitter. Now let's just go with efficient. See, look at this. There's literally zero downside to loading up an efficient weapon. It's... it's not huge gains across the board, well, except for, you know, thermal load and power draw, but... a very solid middle-of-the-road roll. Well, I'm still getting some good stuff there, so not too bothered by that. What do we got? Concordance sequence. Temporarily enhances regen of Wingman's shield at the cost of increased heat generation. But I've got lower thermal load, so yeah, why not? Let's go with that. And it's on the big gun. Yeah, exactly. What are the chances? Apparently better than I thought. It's on the big gun, too, so if I shoot a Wingman with this... heal lasers! Alright, let's get the pulse lasers going here. Good DPS. As long as you select the correct fire group. Oh, you got me there, Flinzilla. Yeah, I need to set up a secondary group of just the Healy beam. Yeah, I've done that before, and, turns out it's a bad deal. Who'da thunk? Well, this isn't the highest roll in the world, but... oh, that's just poor. This one we're redoing. Oh, this one we are definitely redoing. Damn it, Brew! Too much tea, his hands are just shaking everywhere. Okay, Brew, now be less crap this time. Alright, Brew apparently decided to make up for that last roll with something a little bit better this time around. Yeah, that's much less crap. That's what I'm looking for. A solid middle. Improving. Still in range. I'll take it. So close. Not too broken up about that. And one more time. Well, it's looking good so far. Looking very good. Eh. Eh. Nope. And just like that. RN Jesus giveth, and RN Jesus taketh away. And of course you put a special effect on this one. Thermal shock. Well, you can take your thermal shock, and you can keep your thermal shock. One more try. It was doing so great right up until... Oh, don't you... I'll work with it. We'll just straight up apply it. Alright, now let's get back and put this on an actual, combat ship. How far we got? Oh, not far. Huh. Floating rock. You're up.
Retracting landing gear.
Takeoff procedure complete. Clear for departure.
Two rescues on the trot where the client wanted to show his appreciation with a couple of love taps from his multi-cannon. See, I thought you meant love taps on his mic, like, tapping the microphone or something. I thought that was, okay, is that some new... That's just...
Flight control now offline. Goodbye, Commander.
Because people. When he powered up, he was holding his fire button. By the time I was already in Super Cruise. Yeah, I thought tap the microphone like a double click sometimes it used to acknowledge something. Oh, okay, so it wasn't... Well, that is another way to look at it, Flynn. The other way to look at it. They're new and haven't got a clue. Point. Or maybe you just had a, maybe you had an X-55 like I used to have. Terrible stick. The trigger actually got stuck in the non-fire position while the internal switch got stuck in the fire position. System map.
System cartography.
Whee! Actually, 1,000 light seconds is not bad for a binary station.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
How's everybody doing? Stretch. Hopefully everybody's having a good day. I don't see a Hank or a Yuki around, so that actually makes me suspicious. They're up to something, and it's usually no good.
Fuel scooping.
Air trigger, I'm working. Shh. Your secret is safe with me.
Fuel scooping complete.
That sounded a little bit more sinister than I was intending. Damn voice. Vox, I see pretty regular messages on Reddit from people who ran out of fuel. Yeah, kind of creepy. That was... I should not do that. Or at least try to be more cheerful. I am cheerful, damn it. Athador's doing good, now that he's got his tank refilled.
Fuel scooping complete.
Oh yeah, happy VD, everybody. Wait. Yep, this is a day of just sounding wrong. Yes, is nobody doing phrasing anymore? Fire your script writers and your editors. I got bad news there. Too late and they're gone already. Yeah. Yeah. Might be a quiet stream if he did that. Hardcore took a trip to VY Canis Majoris from Seoul day before yesterday. What do you think? Neat place, yeah? Oh, a paying one too. Excellent. That's. You're getting paid to see something like that, then made it. Oh, really? Request talking. How much you get paid for it? Copy 09er. Let's get the longboat of Discovery docked here. Oh, please. It's only 4 meters per second over. What are you gonna do? Find me? Gear down.
The gear is down and locked.
Had to use astrographic methods to locate the tourist beacon. What happened? Just so big that you couldn't find the other planets? Alright, let's get the weapons stripped off of this and put into the fighter. Toaster rack of doom. Everything in a station is something of doom. Sprinkler system of doom. Mail slot of doom. Refueling guys of doom. Droopy, is your player group still expanding around Narver? Yes, it is. We've expanded into the Thedidic system, and now we have control of Thedidic. And now we have control of the Wang system, with plenty of room for expansion. I will take things I never expected to say in a strategy meeting for 500, Alex. The wee yellow truck going around the central spine of doom. Really, there's a lot of things of doom here. Yeah, the star's more than 1,000 light seconds across. Yeah, that's... VY Canis Majoris is astonishingly huge.
Shields online.
Athador, the Wang of Doom. Not touching that one. And even then, I fall in face first into the trap of phrasing. Beautiful. Okay, so before I could barely run all the modules. In fact, I couldn't run all the modules. I had to turn off the kill warrant scanner. So, bearing that in mind, look at how little power these things are using up now. Audio sounds great, by the way. Looks like the new cables worked out. Yeah, I'm very happy with this. Good grief, I can run everything and I am not overrunning my power plant at all. And let's put the concordant burst laser right there, just in case. Linzilla sounds like George Carlin. That's a good thing. I wouldn't dare compare myself to the great. But yes. Rest in peace, George. We miss you. Option. We're gonna go with a... just in case. And we should be good. Hardcore, FDL is a great ship. Yeah, it really is. I mean, early on, I flew it and I'm like, I can't fly this thing. I just don't... I can't do it. I don't know, something clicked. Maybe it was just learning how the weapons worked. Maybe it was learning the hardpoint placement. Maybe it was modifying 5 kinds of hell out of it with engineering. 6 of one, half dozen of the other. Thoughts on a well-equipped FDL versus similar Python for resource sites? You're up.
Landing gear raised.
I would go with the Fertile Ants, to be honest. I mean, if you're going to do multi-role, if you're going to be mining in that same site, then yeah, go with the Python, absolutely. But a Fertile Ants can... I almost said Fertiel. An FDL can run faster, has better shields, better armament, I think.
Speed restrictions are now lifted. Flight control out.
Definitely better cockpit visibility. And with the mods I've made to this ship, then, you know... the mods I made to my Python push it out past 430 meters per second. Not bad for a Python when you're able to keep pace with a Imperial Clipper. But this Fertile Ants, this one will hit north of 500. System map.
System cartography.
Now for the disadvantages. The Fertile Ants has much shorter legs in hyperspace. Terrible. You'd be better off, you know, seeing if you could strap an Anaconda to the rear end and have it push. Not that the Python is anything to write home about when you've got it fully, you know, fully A-rated and equipped, but, you know, at least that'll do north of 20. What can this thing do? Yeah, this is with a grade 5 FSD boost, and I'm doing 17.4. 17.5 if I'm on half a tank, which, if you're on half a tank with the Fertile Ants, then you got 1 jump left in you. Maybe. From a performance standpoint, a Fertile Ants is pound for pound the best combat ship at the moment. Well, okay, it's the most maneuverable. An Anaconda does more damage, obviously. But an anaconda is kind of like... I don't know, if you've played Star Trek Online, an anaconda is like the cruisers, and the Fer-de-Lance is kind of like the escorts. For a Star Trek analogy, an anaconda is kind of like the Enterprise D, whereas the Fer-de-Lance is kind of like the Defiant. Though I think the Fer-de-Lance is going to get replaced as my favorite combat ship right around the time the Chieftain comes out. Oh, another thing to keep in mind is the Fer-de-Lance has one of the hardest hulls. There's a hull hardness rating, and you can see that on Coriolis.io. Quinzilla, spoiler alert, Vader dies. Well played, sir. Well played. Balance.
Equalizing power.
Okay, you're clean. But if you go to Coriolis, there is a ship hull hardness rating. And the basics of it are, the higher the hardness rating, the harder it is for something to bust through the hull, unless they have a comparable armor-piercing rating. And a Fer-de-Lance's hull hardness is, I think, 70, versus anything else in this size rating usually topping out around 50 or 55. Some of the guys that got the Chiefy up to 40 light-year jumps, nice. Why is my kill warrant scanner turned up?
Power plant capacity exceeded.
Better.
Scan detected. Scan detected.
Pick on someone my size. And that's with everything balanced out.
Target shields offline. Target destroyed. Target shields offline.
A quintet of lasers seems a little boring, and, well, to me, I'm agreeing. But in a system like this, where there's zero rearming ability, kind of what you gotta go with. Unless you want to go flying back to Narvert, every 10 minutes or so.
Scan detected.
Engines.
All power to engines.
Balance.
Redistributing power.
Malik here, just doing some pew-pew today? Yeah. Continuing the quest of getting good by using fixed lasers. Now, they're efficient fixed lasers, but, you know, still fixed, just pulse and burst. But they get the job done. Rock. Malik here. I think I should show my girlfriend this game. Wonder if she'd like this one. Oh. I showed it to my wife, and she ended up with a separate cockpit section just like mine. I think we're trying to build a Python in the apartment, and I don't know what the neighbors are going to say when we get to the engine section. Oh, he's just having all kinds of bad day. Now, I've told the story before, but being Valentine's Day, I suppose it's appropriate. When I started playing Elite, I just told Niao, you know, I'd just like something that I can, you know, play the game with. Just, you know, I just want a good stick and throttle. That's all I need. That's all I want. Just something to go back to the old, you know, flying sim days like X-Wing. You know, I was like, no, that makes sense. Looks like fun. And then I saw some plans for a DIY HOTUS chair, where you take some brackets, Visa pattern brackets for a pole mount, and then you can stick them on your chair, and then you've got a removable mount for your stick, so you can just pick up, take off. Vox, is there any way to prevent Narvard pirates? Not that I know. All NPC. So then I ended up with, you know, I had a chair with a couple of mounts and a couple of sticks mounted on it, which was neat. And then I heard about a thing called Power Grid, Rocat Power Grid. It's a free program. And if you have an Android or iDevice, Android tablet, iPad, whatever, Android phone or iPhone, you can turn that into a multifunction display with inputs that will actually work in the game. So then I picked up a, you know, tablet mount for my desk and clamped it on. So then I had a little, you know, side set of power configuration buttons. Now Niao is starting to look at me with a little, you know, raised eyebrow. Well, then I heard about a neat thing called Track IR. So then I ended up getting the Track IR thing, so now I've got a head tracker on board. You can see where this started to go in a hurry.
Scan detected.
Well, Athador, I'm getting to that. Boys and their toys. It's funny because I started... You know, now I've got something a little bit more akin to an actual cockpit. And Meow comes home one day, and I've got... Well... Things rapidly went downhill. No, then I got voice attack, and I no longer needed the tablet. Oh, unless you're talking to, well, yeah, I got voice attack. I haven't used Power Grid ever since. And eventually, that brings us to this Volair Sim cockpit seat that I'm sitting in. And the big screen TV sitting in front of me with the two wing monitors. And Meow came home one day and looked at this whole setup and said, "I'm mad, but only because I don't have one."
Target shields offline. Target destroyed.
So now there's a copy of my cockpit seat, and the microphone mount, and the stick mounts, and everything except the actual flight hardware, sitting about 3 feet to my right. Set 2-1.
Transferring power to engines.
Yep, real multi-crew. She'll do exploration, and I will sit in the second seat, and we've got everything networked together, including our journal files, so I can turn on ED Discovery and link up to her journals, so I can play science officer while she's doing exploration, or vice versa. That way she can concentrate on flying the ship, and I can go looking for interesting sites in the system. Any chance the two of you will stream again? I'd really like to. Balance.
Equalizing now.
Just gotta figure it out in the schedules. Probably after I get my eyes taken care of. Weapons.
Diverting power to weapons.
Balance.
Equalize power.
I will definitely pass on, though, that people are asking about her. Droopy, are you in a high or a hazardous? Unfortunately, I'm in neither. I'm in a normal. There are no high or hazardous in the Wang system. But I really should get in more hazardous practice with these lasers. Set 2-1.
Max engines.
Actually, I should probably see about... Actually. I should see about doing missions for the faction. Raise our standing here. Right now, we're doing pretty good. We're in a boom state, of course. Ending state, war. So, let's see here. I think that's the Wang Purple Society who decided to declare war on us. And then we just, you know, outran them. Their star is falling and, you know, we're 20% higher than them. I think we could just sit there and do nothing. And we'd still end up winning the war after 3 days. I should stick this back in Doom Taxi configuration. Vertex, sitting in dark house, thunderstorm killed the village power. Oh. And at the same time, ooh. Hardcore, always cringe when I blow up Python's real soft spot for those ships. Yeah, they're good ships. I love them. I also know the weak spots and know that they pay out well. Mercy and mercenary may be very close in the dictionary, but they are worlds apart in meaning. Droopy just finished outfitting my cutter. Excuse me, just finished outfitting my cutter and getting some aftermarket work done. Headed to Narvert soon. Went to the speed shop, did ya? The brutal equity. Somehow, I get the impression he is not what you consider a regular Sunday driver. Hello, Yuki. Still no Palin unlocked, only grade 3 dirty drives, finished Marco but not Palin. Finishing Marco is an accomplishment unto itself. Ugh, can't stand working for that guy. Actually, that reminds me. Vertex. About 5 years ago, I was sitting in front of my computer and lightning struck 2 feet away from my window, blowing out all the windows on that side of the house and completely obliterating the surge protector and my computer with it. Oh, you have my sympathies. I've been there. Our former, when we were living in Iowa, we had a damnedest thing. We saw this ball of plasma for just a moment, kind of jumping around the front lawn of our building, and then suddenly kaboom! Apparently somebody pissed off Thor. Our equipment got lucky. Every other unit in the place was not so much. Not so lucky. Of course, we replaced every surge protector after that and went with the extra heavy duty. You could plug an arc welder into this thing and it would probably protect your gear. There we go. There's my landing pad. Gear down?
Down and locked.
Light poles. Even more impressive than the toaster rack. These things are just incredibly strong. Yeah, Vertex, as close as we can figure it out, there was just a brief, maybe we spotted ball lightning or something. Just before it called down its big brother. It was just for a moment. Boom data delivery, black box salvage. Assassinate a pirate lord. Interesting. Well, we're right here. Lights on?
Lights on.
Let's head back to Narvik and get the big guns. Gear up.
Landing gear raised.
Boom reported. Be a little bit bigger boom in a moment. Oh yeah, I also wanted to go off here. Hail the size of racquetballs. Oh, I remember those days. Also, when you can have a tornado go through the neighbor's yard. Not do much to your place, but suddenly your tree has a brand new car in it. So I was going to try this. Now, this isn't a permanent thing, and maybe I'll poke around with this a little bit more in the future. But, yeah, I've actually been trying this. I actually got the green screen and everything, assuming Hank doesn't tear it down again. So, hi. Vox, it's a moo! Well, that's the rumor, anyway. And the illusionist room. I could replace it with a X-Wing cockpit if you wanted. Or a Hank. We could put Hank behind the green screen. Actually, we may end up with Hank behind the green screen anyway, because I was testing this last night, and I hear a kind of a... and then a thud, and the entire screen falls down on top of him. Because Hank. So, for whoever was betting on epic stubble, yes, if, you know, I let it go for, you know, more than 7 or 8 hours. But yeah, I need to get my head on straight. Literally, as you can see, before I want to make this a permanent fixture.
Logan Peterson's Kilo Yankee Lima. Please comply with flight regulations as you approach the station, Commander.
Logan Peterson, Kilo Yankee Lima, request docking clearance.
Affirmative. Stand by.
Position authorized. Set down on landing pad 1-1.
Copy 1-1. You're down?
Deploying landing gear.
Forced to respond to aggressive actions. For peace of mind, please stow ship weapons while inside the dock.
Anyway, that's just a test of that. Looks like it's going alright. Ish.
Landing complete.
Esque.
System
Mostly.
shutdown.
We may end up returning to that. But yeah, like I say, I gotta get myself realigned. Going into the shop and getting my alignment checked. Turns out it was chaotic neutral. That's alright, my car was chaotic evil. Alright, I need a ship. Well, I've got a ship. I need a much more blow up an anaconda kind of ship. This'll work just fine. And let's load up a limpet just because. Malakir, Bet is calling me. Have an early start. Good luck. Have fun. Thank you. Have a good evening. Ugh, bit of coughing. Fix that. Maybe. All you people voting Battle Hauler. I will pull out the Battle Hauler in a minute. Vertex, I spent the last week or so grinding Sentry skimmer missions, made a good chunk of change, mainly in anticipation of the Holy Fleet carriers. Praise be the Holy Fleet carriers. We will do the Battle Hauler in a minute. Right now, though, we are doing something that will make me money. Fire bad, money good. Lights on?
Lights on.
Yes, yes, yes. We will pull out the Battle Hauler after this battle. I cannot believe. You're up.
Detachment
Gear up.
confirmed. Watch for oncoming traffic when passing through the airlock.
Now you got me wondering if maybe I should just, no, too insane.
Mission critical message.
Where's he at then?
You have left the no-fire zone. Flight control out.
Updated. Make contact with an informant in the Thedidic system. Because of course. Yeah, Athador, I'm considering for the next pirate mission, maybe I just straight up take the hauler out and try to run the whole thing. Vertex, if you guys would like, I've got a pretty slick spot for these missions. Made about $2 billion in a week, only playing a couple hours a day. Lay it on us, let's hear it. I'm curious about billion with a B. I don't know about anybody else, but that's a number that gets my attention. Alicors, good evening. Hope you're having a fine week. Skadgen, I thought my 30 to 40 mil an hour was good. Yeah, I did too. I'm apparently weak. Weak! A fine week indeed. How was yours? Well, still in progress, but finding some interesting things out. Who do I need to contact anyway? Mungo McCormag. Hey, it's Mungo McCormag. What are the odds? Hair Trigger, when do you get your eye popped out? Well, that's one of the complications. Good news is it's no longer an eye. Bad news is that's because it's plural. Come on, Mungo, you gonna drop or not? Thank you.
You're welcome.
Not you. How's the expansion going? Oh, we expanded into Wang. Oh, that's never gonna get old. Well, yes it is. And so now we're expanding there. Oh, it's the system of phrasing. Many giggles. Yes, very laugh. Wow. So no, we are going to... We're going to war with the Purple Wang Company, or the Wang Purple Company, or whatever it is. At least your star passenger of the day wasn't Dong Love. I thank my stars every day for that. Recently saw them nearby. Okay, are we talking... And now we go to Narvert, because nearby, yes, when I think nearby, I think several light years away. Yes, fight the Wangs. Beat them. I'm gonna run afoul of some terms of service here. And then the show's gonna get canceled, and I'm going to be very sad. They are billions? No, no, no. Meow was playing that.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Oh, of course. Just make sure the Wangs are hot when we arrive. No promises. No promises. Why? Why do I have to... Oh, now we're into Spaceballs quotes about the Schwartz. See what I have to put up with? Well, of course you see what I have to put up with. They've gone plaid? No, no. That was the dirty drive tune bug that they had in the beta. I kind of hope they keep. Don't blame us. You don't even have to be here. We need the 300 light-year jump Anaconda back. I agree. The 300 light-year jump Anaconda was glorious. Yeah, that would be the ultimate rat ship, wouldn't it? Mightiest Jumpaconda of them all. New signal source, not the one I want, of course. Even better than the King Rat, the Big Cheese. Skadge, that better be the name of their carrier. What, King Rat or Big Cheese? Yeah, I agree. I'm partial to that as well. I mean, I'm a little biased since, you know, made it up, but... Alright, pirate, where are you? Time's money here, buddy. Come on. Pick up the pace a bit. Alicorns, what are we talking about anyway? Fleet carriers and ship names and, yeah, wangs. Damn you people! Their target anyway. Nicholas Richardson. Harvard 4, locked, alright. Can we mix them all together? No. Next question. Convoy dispersal pattern. And again, RNG just... You know, I think I know what might have been happening. You know when you're watching a sci-fi show or something and you cut to the crew of the beleaguered crew of whatever ship. Mercenaries, bounty hunters, pirates, miners, whatever. And it's always, you know, it always cuts to them on the bridge or in the ready room or something, and they're always complaining about how long they have been out here and nothing has happened. Well, maybe Frontier decided, hey, let's give you the authentic experience rather than the TV experience. So you get to experience that great big nothing that everybody's complaining about. Athador, that was me yesterday. I remember that. Oh. Feast and famine, like you said. Convoy dispersal pattern, that's no fun. I mean, given the amount of time we've just been hunting around here, just cruising around waiting for that special signal source to arrive, I'm pretty sure we could have made a bit more in the hazardous by now. Mr. Headsworth, just found your YouTube yesterday, thought I'd say hi. Well, hello. Welcome to the show, glad you could make it. Pull up a seat. We're just doing the RNG shuffle here. I mean, it was neat. Here we go. We've got, you know, we've got an informant. We're jumping around systems. We're chasing some guy. Yeah, sometimes dropping out of Super Cruise for a second helps. That's the next plan, and, well, this looks like a good place to do it. At least to get paid a little bit.
Awaiting orders.
Weapons.
Configuring for attack.
Alright, let's go find the real pirate now. So in chat, Alcors and Hair Trigger are talking about bits. Hair Trigger goes, I made it rain on Moo. Oh boy. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody! Alright, let's get back here to this planet. We can go blow up the pirate who has apparently been scourging... Scourging? The scourge of the spaceways here in Narvert. More phrasing. No, scourging is... I guess you can scourge something when you're, you know, whipping it. Damn it! Walked right into that bit of phrasing, didn't I? Engines.
Transferring power to engines.
New signal source. Now what? Well, again, you're not the signal source I need. Mr. Edsworth, the voice control is awesome. Yes, it is. It's, it replaced so many other controls I had. You know what? I can make 2.8 million a lot easier elsewhere. Without having to just wait and wait and wait. So that's what we're gonna do. We are... Well, I was going to say we can make it a lot faster, but no, we actually couldn't because I'm about to take out the battle hauler. Alcors, hey Moo, I have a present. Oh no. Hauler hype, yep. You people are a bad influence on me. And Alcors, thank you so much for the 2,600 bits. Enjoy your position at the top of the chat as the top cheer. Thank you so much for that. It's very generous. Is it really a present for me if you did it for yourself?
Please comply with flight regulations as you approach the station, Commander. Access granted. Set down on landing pad 2-5.
Copy, Tower. Pad 2-5. It's a Valentine's present to us both. Oh, well, thank you, Alcors. Shoot, I didn't get you anything. You're down?
Deploying landing modules.
Enjoy your VD. Thank you, Air Trigger. Wait. Oh!
Greetings to all visitors. Please alight at your assigned pad.
Contact. Don't resist. Engage.
Your presence is enough for me. Aw, it's all mushy in here now. The Mauler Hauler. Alright. Oh, wait. Because I don't have a cargo bay in that thing, so I gotta get rid of the limpet. You know, you can actually get a pirate paint job for a hauler. Why? Mr. Headsworth, how much playtime do you have in this game? I think I'm closing in on 3,000 hours? Check here in a second. Status, and then permit statistics. Approximate time played, 18 weeks, 1 day, 12 hours. So whatever that is in hours. Almost as useless as the keelback. Lights on?
Lights on.
Alex, let's go do something stupid.
Detach confirmed.
You're up.
You're clear to leave.
Gear coming up.
Well, that's tempting, but I don't think I'm gonna.
All clear. Have a safe trip, Commander.
Is that 2-1?
Diverting power to engines.
Yes, this is the legendary engineered hauler, as you can tell by its top speed. By its top speed. It hauls something, just not cargo. And another 100 bits from Alicors. Thank you so much. Because, of course, Alicors hates odd numbers. In honor of the 2600 baud days. Oh. All somebody has to say is acoustic coupler, and I just... $2,600 baud. Now that's a name... That's something I've not heard in a long time. Ravenhawk Gaming, hey, welcome to the craziness. I'm your host, the idiot in a combat hauler. About to go after a deadly conda in a hazardous.
Scan detected.
Now, because I am not totally stupid,
Detected.
I'm going to wait for this guy to go after somebody else, and maybe that'll help me out against him. Or we take the fast way back to Glidden Enterprise. Not exactly revenge, I'm just trying to see if it can be done. Why? I have no idea why. Or you could ram him. I could ram him, but I have a feeling I know how that's going to turn out. And it's going to turn out with me taking the fast way back home. Again. Alicors. No. I used the Type 10 for ramming planets. Cracking them open. You aren't actually going to chase anybody, are you? This thing sounds like the car from the Jetsons. Now here we go. This looks more promising. It's a deadly federal dropship. And that is a Conda coming in on a intercept course.
Scan detected.
No. If I can get these two... If I can get these two into the same territory... we could get two great tastes that taste great together. In a case that lets you and him fight. And yes, we appear to be on that collision course for wackiness right now. Okay, so the Conda forgot who I was. Oh, there's an Imperial Clipper in here, too. Okay, let's see who gets the first shot in. Oh, it's the Clipper on the Conda, looks like. Weapons.
All power to weapons.
So I realize I didn't put the feedback cascade on this one. Unfortunate. I'll have to do that for the next time around. Overheating like crazy, but NPCs don't care about heat. There's another Conda firing on that Conda. And just like that, alright, who else is... Oh. That'd be you. Yeah, I need the feedback cascade railgun. I may need to, well, not may, I will swap that back out once I get back to the base. So somehow this poor guy didn't get the message, so it's just that Sidewinder versus this guy. Rather glad I didn't take a crack at that. I'm sure we'll find some other stuff here. Anonymous Bosch. Nice. Nice. Clever. I like it. Is that 1-2?
Powering shields.
Well, let's experiment. Yeah, even a sideswipe is not good for this ship. It just does not have the shields ever. Ah, Citizen Jakar. You can take the courier. Most likely can. Alright, who's shooting at what here? That doesn't matter. Weapons.
Max weapons.
Do you have specific stream dates? Usually I go Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday and Friday. This week was a little off because I had a few appointments. Need to get some stuff taken care of. And depending on how that goes, the next couple weeks may be a little interesting. So I'll keep everybody updated in the stream notes. See, Alcors, now you're just confusing the poor viewers. I'm down to 11 rounds. Yeah, let's swap this out for something a little bit more punchy in the railgun. On the other hand, somehow I have proven that a hauler is actually viable in a hazardous. Or at the very least, you know, not flying suicide. Just gotta fly smart. Fly smart. You people are mean. Chat's being mean. Wouldn't have it any other way. I'll admit to. We are not flying to Hutton Orbital. We are not getting a free Conda. There's no free Conda. There was never a free Conda. There will never be a free Conda. Sorry. Excuse me.
Landing permitted. Set down on landing pad 3-1.
Don't know what came over me for a moment. Gear down.
Landing gear deployed.
Yep. You would think with this much time flying the game I'd know how to land a ship, but no, you see the problem is I'm an idiot. Which makes things difficult.
Landing successful. Clear to disembark.
Mr. Headsworth, Moo, do you have any mods installed in this game? Nothing that'd be considered a mod. I mean, I use ED Profiler, and that changed my HUD colors around. And I use Elite Dangerous Market Connector so that I can update the websites. So you can see what, ships like, or sites like EDSM and EDDB, they will have updated market information. But no, there's no other real... I guess you could call Voice Attack a mod. I guess. Possibly question mark? Other than that, though, no. Don't want lasers. Oh yes, Voice Attack. You can get it from www.voiceattack.com. That's a program that lets you control, well, any Windows application, really. But I combine that with a voice pack from hcsvoicepacks.com, where you can get... they've got some professional actors come in, record some voices. Yes, Voice Attack is on Steam as well. But you can get people like Tom Baker, William Shatner, Brent Spiner, John Delancey. I've got Alex. I can't remember her full name. Alex, obviously something. Meow has Eli, who is voiced by John Delancey. Q on Star Trek and also Discord on My Little Pony. And yeah, so basically she's got, when she jokes that she wanted a Discord server on her computer. She did not expect to get Discord as a server on her computer. Thank you, Alicors. Okay, those are both running feedback cascades. That's not the one I thought, but you know what? We'll fly it anyway. Alex Martin, thank you. I couldn't remember if it was Alex Monroe or Alex Martin or Alex Martinez. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Alex. So the voice commands I'm giving off, those are not native to Elite Dangerous. But I've got Alex set up for a lot of shipboard functions. Lights. Lights on.
Lights on.
You. Set to 1.
Power diverted to engines.
Tell me about the Orion Nebula expedition. I may not have that module set up. Gear up.
Retracting landing
Dispatch
gear.
confirmed. You're clear to leave.
So that way I can just keep my hand on the stick and the throttle and I don't need to really reach over for keyboard commands. Which can be kinda handy at certain times. Also, given the way I've got my desk set up, then it's really hard to bring the keyboard up and around into typing position without having the side stick smack into it. Mr. Headsworth, I just got an Amazon Alexa. It only ever ignores my commands when I'm showing it off. You seem to be having the same issue. Yeah, Alex can be a little trolling sometimes. That's alright, we love her. Alex? What are you?
Designation: Alex. My neural network is designed specifically for combat. My origin and build information are classified. I am unique, one of a kind, efficient, logical, flawless.
And modest. Ooh, fertile ants. Well, when you're a combat AI, you get a little bit of a god complex.
Scan detected.
Kind of reminds me of Rami from Gene Roddenberry's Andromeda. You know, before the series just absolutely went off the rails. The android from Dark Matter, the Raza would be a good pack, yes.
Scan detected.
Yeah. Or Lucy from Killjoys. All these people scanning me are just barely able to get a sensor lock on me because I'm running so cold. I'm just waiting for the fireworks to pick up before I pick a target and hit with something fun. As you can see, though, this ship runs pretty cold. The hammer, yeah, it's a pair of Imperial hammers. They are power-specific railguns. Burst-fire railguns, actually. Instead of firing one shot, they fire 3 in a row. I'm just kind of waiting for somebody to make a move. Move made. What are you going after? Really? You're attacking a Diamondback Explorer. Weapons.
Power to weapons.
Set 3-2.
Diverting power to weapons.
There we go. Feedback cascade hit. No, 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 no. Deploy chaff.
Countermeasures.
Deploy heatsink.
Deploying heatsink.
Oh no, we're going cold. You're cold. Let's turn on the head tracker here so I can also, you know, track the target. Deploy chaff.
Deploying chaff.
Deploy heatsink.
Heatsink deploying now.
The problem is the hammer has a slower cycle time. So when I pull the trigger, they don't all fire simultaneously. Which can sometimes throw off my aim. Deploy chaff.
Countermeasures.
I was having good shots before, and now I'm not doing so great.
Target shields online.
Deploy heatsink. Deploy chaff.
Heatsink deployed. Deploying chaff.
Deploy chaff.
Countermeasures.
I could have had two good shots. I could have ended him there. That's better.
Target destroyed.
Engines.
Power to engines.
Rapier Iron Thud. That's a thing, I guess. Iron Thud? I don't even. Nope. And we may have some fireworks again here in a second. unless you're just deciding to ignore the Federal assault ship entirely. Because why not? I think we're dealing with a regular mental giant here who's about to pick a fight with an elite gunship and his wingman. Iron Thud does sound dwarven, you are correct. It's at 3-2.
Power to weapons.
Huh. Yeah, canopy is a little, chipped. You know, I should be able to take on this guy. Should. Let's put it to the test. Boy, heat sink.
Heat sink deployed.
Okay, feeling a little bit better about myself there. Set 2-1.
All power to engines.
Oh, Iron Thud decided to pick his fight. Oh, with a Type 6. You bullying jerk. Set 3-2.
Max weapons.
Boy heat sink.
Deploying heat sink.
Boy chaff.
Deploying shaft.
Under attack. Warning. Thermal attack. Gaining heat. Heat sink deployed.
Okay, dear Type 6, please get clear or join in the fight. Either or. Oh, that hurt.
Warning.
Boy chaff.
Countermeasures.
Boy heat sink.
Heat sink deploying now.
Go cold. Better part of valor and all that. Engines.
Power diverted to engines.
And also, NPCs shouldn't be able to see me, but of course, NPCs.
Heat sink deployed. Thermal signatures.
Oh, we're still good. We're just a little cooked. It's still good. Well, it's not a 0 or a minus, Alicors. Exactly, there is no shame in running. That's why I'm gonna get my good running shoes on and get the hell out of Dodge. No, there is no hole in the canopy. It's just a little chipped. No. If there was a hole in the canopy, you'd know. Well, to be honest, I am not a fan of the hammers. I mean, I wish I hadn't wasted my time on them, to be honest. They just don't have the same... I don't know. They do more damage than a standard railgun if you can land all 3 shots. But they have a longer cycle time, so you gotta hold down the trigger longer before they actually fire. Gear down?
Down and locked.
Yeah, it was like this when I found it, Alicors.
This facility is offers a range of services. Check your information panel after docking for more details.
It was like this when I found it.
Touchdown confirmed. Docking restraints engaged.
Now here's where voice attack gets very, very handy. The ship-launched fighter. Once the ship actually gets... There we go. Cassia, you're up. Lights on?
Lights on.
When I get back out into the resource site, having voice attack working with the ship-launched fighter is really good instead of going down here and poking around in the menus and everything. You're up. You're up.
Detach complete.
Landing gear
Departure
up.
authorized.
Yeah, it's a pretty big ship, but it carries some pretty big firepower too, so it all works out. This one should be a little less chipped up by the time I get out of here. Yuki, where's your brother at? Is he hanking around? Is he making trouble? Mr. Headsworth, honestly, I don't really know what you mean by mods. Unless you mean like... unless you mean like the exterior ship modules, because that's... I mean, you can't really mod the game as far as I know. Now, I could be wrong on that, but...
Roger that. Fighter is going live.
Attack mode.
Crew, prepare for engagement.
Fighter deployed. Awaiting your orders.
Oh yeah, there's no real, you know... I want to say, yeah, there's nothing really you can mod the game as other than, you know, the stuff I've mentioned. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Vox. Now, who started scanning me? You.
Enemy is eliminated, Commander.
Balance.
Power balanced.
Tim Auckland. Now the ship is... this one is a little less maneuverable than the last couple I was flying around, but it does make up for it in overwhelming firepower, and that's half the battle. Weapons.
Transferring power to weapons.
I need to take evasive action while my shields reboot, Commander.
Not so much for that.
Fighter is down. Stay focused. We can still do this. Okay, powering up the SLF. Stand by, Commander. If you've got a problem with me, just say it, Commander. I don't appreciate being shot at. Ready and waiting, Commander.
Attack my target.
Weapons free.
I hear you loud and clear. Moving to attack position.
And now for you.
Target shields online.
Alcors, I bought it through Frontier, but no, it doesn't have any Steam Workshop support either.
Target destroyed. Searching for further contact.
Swap seats.
Ship controls transferred, Commander. I'm in the driving seat.
Is that 2-1?
Power to engines.
Light fight. Weapons.
Power diverted to weapons.
Attack my target.
Weapons free. Engage the
Copy.
target.
Enemy sighted. Moving to engage. destroyed. Searching for further contacts.
Icy Toad. Ah, the evil twin of Fiery Toad. Attack my target.
Eliminate the threat.
Order confirmed. Engaging target.
Has your mothership ever been destroyed when you're in the Taipan? What happens is you die as well. Because technically this is a telepresence unit. I'm still sitting on the bridge of my ship, and I'm wearing a VR rig and flying this thing by remote. Dance of the Anacondas. So majestic.
Enemy is down.
Attack my target.
Engaging target.
I hear you loud and clear. Moving
Attack
to
mode.
position.
Position for attack.
Acknowledged. Let's do this, Commander.
So if you're playing Elite in VR and then you get into the fighter in VR, yes, you got VRception. You are 100% accurate in that statement.
Target destroyed.
The Hellbound
Searching for further contact.
Unforgiver. Really? Why don't you just name it Internet Tough Guy and get it done with?
Hostile is down. Target destroyed. Searching for further contacts.
This is also where head tracking and VR are a whole lot of fun. Being able to pop out into the fighter, it's great. Oh, it's I don't know. I keep talking about how much fun it is, and then I just end up kind of gibbering. Recall the fighter?
Looking good, Commander. Bring her in nice and easy.
Retrieving fighter.
Right, Cassia.
Door opening.
Cassie, what are you doing? Dang it. And we got a light fight over there, too. Set 2-1.
Powering engines.
Alcors, you should play in VR. You said you would at some point. And I still intend to keep that promise. However, I need to get my eyes straightened out first.
Fighter on board. Finalizing retrieval process.
Alright, let's pop out in the other fighter here.
Running systems checked. I'll hold the fort, Commander.
Set 2-1.
Max engines.
Yeah, that's that's a good way to put it. Unless you know, stick your monitor up on a brick on one side, and then you could see it at a proper angle. Attack mode.
Engage when ready.
Responding to orders, Commander. Weapons engaged.
Weapons.
Power to weapons.
Set 2-1.
Powering engines.
There we go. Weapons. Weapons.
Transferring power to weapons.
Now the Condor is a little bit more twitchy fighter. It is really maneuverable in the yaw. Alcors, have I told you recently I like turtles? You know, I may recall a few references to such.
Enemy is
I
down.
may actually recall that, yes. The 2-1.
Transferring power to engines.
What? Now the pirate's going to be in the Thadidic system? No wonder. Look for the target in the Thadidic system. Target body Narvard 4. That's bugged to hell and gone. Alcors, time has caught up to me once again. Time to do real-life things. Oh, I hate that. But take care, have a good day. And I will see you again tomorrow, hopefully.
The fighter is now under my control. Just tell me what you need.
No, Alcors, the one I couldn't get a hold of. The one I couldn't find. Weapons.
Diverting power to weapons.
Attack mode.
Engage when ready.
Acknowledged. Let's do this, Commander.
Take care, Alcors. See you later. Oh, howdy, Hank. How you doing, buddy? I need a grooming? Is that what's going on? Giant fluff muppet. Mr. Headsworth. Yeah, there's a separate infrared camera that you pick up with the Track IR bundle.
Target destroyed.
And then, depending, you can either just get the clip that comes along with it, which you gotta fit to a hat or a cap or something. Or you can pick up a set of infrared emitters that you can clip to the side of your headset. And so then, that tracks the motion of your head through the emitters or the clip or whatever. And is totally separate from your standard camera. Hank, what are you doing? Hank? Don't. Hank, if there was ever a time I needed you not to Hank, it'd be... Mr. Headsworth, correct. So right now, I have it in unlocked mode where I'm moving my head to the side. You know, up, down, etc. Now, you set up a little magnification factor on it, because obviously if I look 90 degrees off to the side, I'm not looking at the screen anymore, which is a problem. So you can set it up for a, say, a 3-to-1 magnification factor, where if you turn your head, say, 30 degrees, then on screen, your head turns 90 degrees. And that's about where I've got mine set up. So it requires a little bit of finer control because any wild motions you make with your head are just going to get super magnified. Then you're going to end up with turbo vertigo. Yes, if you look up, you do have to look down a little bit with your eyes. That's why I toggle it on and off a lot.
Scan detected.
You are a federal dropship. Yeah, I'm familiar with it, Ravenhawk, the, you know, the reduced precision mode, but then I was wondering why everything was laggy and dragging. It's just, for me, it's easier if I just go in, you know, on or off.
Eliminated, Commander. All targets destroyed. We're in the clear, Commander.
Attack my target.
Weapons free. Engage
Order
the target.
confirmed. Engaging target.
Target shields offline.
Enemy is eliminated, Commander.
Yeah, you do have to look up or down with your eyes depending. This is where I compensated by getting a big screen. See if I can find it. Well, sounds like somebody's having a bad day.
Scan detected.
1 second. I apparently need to fix something here. Set 3-1.
Diverting power to weapons.
Enemy is down. That's the last of them. All bogies destroyed.
So here's the setup. Here was my setup last night, as I was just trying to figure out how fast I could take up and pull down the screen back.
Target destroyed. Searching for further contacts.
Probably be a lot more compact and less of a hassle if I didn't have a broadcast studio set up, you know, pretty much in the same place. Oh, here we are. A bunch of Cobra 4s. Attack my target.
Eliminate the threat.
I hear you loud and clear. Moving to attack position.
Attack my target.
Hostile
target.
is down. I hear you loud and clear. Moving to attack position.
Oh, brave. Stupid, but brave.
Enemy is down. Nothing else showing up on my scanner, Commander. All targets destroyed.
Cobra 4s do not make good combat ships.
Hostile is down.
Attack my target. It's at 2-1.
Weapons free.
Point me
All
at
power
the
to
Commander.
engines.
I'll do the rest.
Weapons.
All power to weapons.
Hostile is down.
Air trigger hazer recliner in the PS4 remote. See, that's the smart way of doing it. Yeah, it started off so simple. It started off so easy. Just, I wanted a HOTUS, you know, throttle and stick to use at my desk. And one thing led to another, led to, well, side-by-side cockpits now. Set 2-1.
Diverting power to requested system.
What have we found over here? Attack my target.
Weapons free.
Point me at them, Commander.
Weapons.
I'll do the rest.
Max weapons.
is down.
Thank
That's
you.
the last of them.
You're
All but
welcome, sir.
destroyed.
Not the most maneuverable ship, but... Oh, Mr. Headsworth, thank you so much for the follow. Hope you enjoy your stay. Attack my target?
Destroyed. Searching for further
Engaging
contact.
target.
Seriously, you had a chance to run.
Engaging
I
target.
could never catch you, and yet... Alright. You've just instigated your own mugging. Come on down.
Frameshift charge detected.
Enemies
Set
FSD
2-3.
going online, Commander. Let's
Powering
take
on.
him out.
Balance.
Redistributing.
Enemy is eliminated, Commander.
92 grand. That was, yeah, that's decent. That'll pay. Attack my target.
Eliminate the threat.
Copy. Enemy sighted. Moving to engage.
Weapons.
Powering and deploying weapons.
Under attack.
Oh, what do we have here? Dual clippers.
Enemy is eliminated, Commander.
Imperial clippers escorting a federal assault ship. Well, in the spirit of agreement and friendship, I guess they got together in, you know, pursuit of greed.
Shield's gone, but I'm hanging in there, Commander. I'm taking a lot of fire, Commander. Hull down to 50%. We lost the fighter. It took too much damage, sir. Okay, powering up the SLF. Stand by, Commander. Fighter deployed. Awaiting your orders.
Attack my target.
Weapons free. Engage
Point
the
me at them,
target.
Commander. I'll do the rest.
Attack my target.
Engaging target.
Order confirmed. Engaging target.
Scan detected. Under attack. Target shields.
And now you have no shields, and just a second. This is why I stuck turrets on this thing. Set 2-3.
Max engines.
Scan detected.
Also, the ship-launched fighters do a hell of a lot of damage once their shields get down. Set 2-1.
Power to engines.
Recall the fighter.
Enemy is eliminated, Commander. Nothing else showing up on my scanner, Commander. All targets destroyed. I read you. Bringing the fighter in immediately.
Retreat to fighter bay at once. Door opening.
Mr. Headsworth, I'm up early tomorrow. I think I'm going to head off. Be sure to stop by again. Well, thank you very much. And you have a good evening. I think we're going to be wrapping it up here, too. Pretty close to now, actually. For those who are new, I'm Mr. Moo, space sci-fi variety streamer specializing in Elite Dangerous for now. We'll be expanding into Battletech once that comes out. I'm on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Wednesday I use for, behind-the-scenes stuff and real-life stuff. Usually on from noon Pacific to around 3 Pacific, which turns into what, 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. GMT. And yeah, always good to meet new people, always good to talk. I love answering questions about the game. Ravenhawk Gaming, what's Battletech? Old tabletop game, which being converted over to PC, but MechWarrior, this would be the miniatures version of that, where instead of first-person shooter or simulator where you're sitting in the mech cockpit, you are controlling a squad of mechs. And so yeah, I'm gonna be getting back into that. Love the series, love the books. Well, I have all of the books, other than Far Country and Star-Lord. Star-Lord was terrible. Anyway, in the meantime, I'm going to be sending you off to Commander Athador again, handing you back off for more of his rescue streaming, I think. In the meantime, fly safe, everybody. If you can't fly safe, fly dangerous. If you can't fly safe or fly dangerous, piracy is not for you. Take care, everybody. Have a good day, and have a good evening, and have a good whatever you're up to. Let's throw you back here to Athador, because he's a really good guy. He's a fuel rat. He does the work of the saints. In the meantime, take care, everybody, and I will see you later.